The enemy only has a couple of cities here at Maxon, so hopefully we can put put things to an end this time. I need golems. I don't think the single stack of units is gonna be enough. It might. I don't think it is. Unless we get some kind of a power boost. I'm thinking if we get good units here, we might stick them with this group instead of sending them to the north. If this group performs well, puts pressure on the enemy, there's no need for massive troops back home. And they can build their own if some kind of emergency arises. They have a troll. Trolls would be nice. We could get 2 attempts on it too. Yeah, no, that sounds something I'd like to have. Yes. Summon a siege enemy. Shadow. Right. If we have to start this, I'd like to go to one of the sides that allows us to control the situation at least a little bit. We don't have good attack spells, so... I cast something? Always summon a siege engine. At the same time, I don't want to spend a huge amount of casting points on something like this. They have some hunters. Right. I thought these guys were berserkers, but they're not, just butchers. So this is the only dangerous unit they have. Troll we can take for ourselves. Right. I'm not gonna try to take it now. Well, now that he's out of the way, I might actually try to take him. Right, he's going to get himself killed if I don't go for him now. Problem is, he might still get killed. You need to defend yourself. You need to play him out of the fight. How about charming a butcher? No, just make sure he's not capable of taking on the troll. They're gonna try to kill it, but I don't think. Oh shit! I don't think they have the attack power. I could try to get a butcher. Would be a sacrificial. Would work. The troll will regenerate on his own, so I don't give two shits about how wounded he is. Priest frees money. What exactly can you do? Iron Heart? It's a good one. Guardian Flame, another good one. I'm thinking of replacing one of the units here with the Priest to provide extra healing power. What's the difference between a dwarf and a human? This is more of a devout type of guy. Heals 15. Heals 10. Yeah, I'm taking you for the healing capability, so 15 please. Four assassins. That's a lot of assassin strikes, no retaliation high damage strikes. I could use assassins too, so I think we try to charm and seduce them. I don't see why not. He's sort of separate, I don't think he can, yeah, he can't really participate in fighting anymore. It is a bit risky. But shit happens. We're also not in full health. Okay, let's see what happens. We failed utterly. I need to play one of them out of right. Doesn't have to necessarily die, but no, I'll just block. He doesn't have an opening here to really take advantage of any near attacks, so I think we'll be fine. Here comes Assassin's Swords. Hurts, but still alive. blocked my own path. They don't have the power to kill me. Right. They don't have the power to do shit. Priests could be useful with the day, so maybe I should level them up first. Sort of a stun like thing, I guess. So with that they would earn their place in this stack. Naturally the extra survivability isn't gonna hurt. Undead and apprentices. Potential for a couple of fantasy warriors or additional apprentices. No, priests are not like apprentices. They're not quite the same. You don't want to come to us. It's fine. Stay there and wait your fate. "40 points of health." Okay, that the priest is incredibly vulnerable. A single full attack on it, pretty much by anyone, and it will go down. This will just counter the mass curse now. It's severely weakening us. Right. Be a little bit careful here. Apprentices are easy to underestimate. It's the same thing with the fairy units. They seem very weak, and looking at the raw stats, the damage they do isn't exactly all that. I mean, 333, that's normal physical attack is probably better. It's about 10, 12, something that range. So you'd think it's not that much. It's basically worse, but just range. But it's much better. They have higher resistances than defense. Usually it's the other way around. Apprentices will not... Pile of apprentices cannot be harmed. No, I think it's behind cover. Maybe? I don't know. Great Peak. Perfect. Kill it. Good for you. Now. Sulthor is in danger if they come closer and shoot at it. Same time, I'm gonna try to seduce one of them. Shit. Good attack, but at the same time, I would be right next to two of these. Shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a massive amount of damage you'll have to take. Shit. Still, I'm much better at taking it than Sulthor. I have double the hit points. Failed at everything. Goblin Apprentice, High Elf Apprentice. I'll go for the High Elf Apprentice. Use extra units. Shaken. Could I weaken him a little bit? Probably die from something like this. Get a level up for you. Take it. Pressure. Ah, fuck, it's the most worthless spell ever. I suppose the only positive about this is if you get it from here, you won't be able to get it for anywhere else. It's 400 gold or a lot of casting power. I think I'd like the casting power. We're going against a couple of extra sites. We take the money. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just I can't really do anything with that either. I only have the one city. So it's well, both could be somewhat useful. I'll choose this one. Shadow Step teleports a unit a short distance in tactical combat. I'm still sort of waiting for the better abilities. Once we have those, then we can worry about the rest. 2 assassins. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh, we could use this opportunity to heal people. We want assassins. A couple extra assassins wouldn't be a bad thing, so I'll try to charm and seduce them. Use every opportunity to get the priest to level up. Wouldn't hurt if we could get the hero to level up too. There doesn't seem to be that much we can do in this mission. So, yeah, extra 5 levels, that's a tall order. Draconian Assassins. Excellent. Shaken, hated terrain. Guard break. Not like they have a massive army here, but it's still something that you can't ignore. You have to have a reasonable army sent there if you want to take that over. Looks like they're pulling back. If we move fast enough, I don't think they have the time to do it. They're moving in a terrible terrain with slow troops now. So I think they'll have the time. Still, on the other side, we are gonna be at a much stronger force by the time we reach there. Mana fuel cells. Suppose we might as well use this. One turn for golems. Goblin Engineer. One has the proper repair ability. It's at least one turn. We want to make something else. I suppose we do need engineers no matter what, so might as well prepare for that. Without cannons, this is more of a fighting force against enemy stacks than it is any kind of a invasion force. Okay, what do they have? suck. Couple of flying units, a lot of casters and priests, tier 2 and tier 3 units anyway. A nastier thing is they have a spell gemmer here, and because it's so close to the city, we would have to attack the city, fortified city locations with huge armies before we can destroy it. Would it be better for us to just walk past here? It's tough nut. It's basically he could cast as much as he wants. I can't cast at all. He's cleared these sides too, so it doesn't look like there's that much for us to gain here. What we would need to find is his throne city and hero and just wipe them out. There might be something semi-interesting there, but there's the but. Is it worth going through a huge amount of extra killing? I don't see how it would. However, let's see what they actually have here. Looks like free resources, but I have to imagine why hasn't anyone picked them up. Could be that there's some concealed unit sitting on top of it. Wraith King. I would have to... I don't particularly want to lose this. It does mean I can't attack with the hero army. Just looking at my options. I can't summon a siege engine. I can bombard it with a few spells. However, I don't think that'll be enough. Right, just... No point having this fight. If we sacrifice everything, we might win it, but even then it's somewhat unlikely. So... Ooh, Blitz awarding. So anyone going here will take electricity damage. Golems. Tier 2 units that sort of look like almost tier 3. Almost. Not quite. But solid tier 2 units. With decent stats. Okay, we have an engineer and a musketeer. At least 3 golems, maybe another musketeer. This group would set out, basically attacking all these groups that are constantly causing us a little bit of fuss. Okay, they sort of highlighted this location for some reason. Ah, that's where the hero is. We're getting close to the ruins of Sunbirth Citadel, the location where once horrible shadow demons entered our world. The remains of the last Shadow Gate lie buried beneath the city rubble. So I guess he's trying to... Eldritch Horror. He's trying to rebuild it, and I'm basically here to stop him. Another city for him here. It's an undead city. Wizard's Tower. Level 3. 105 castles. Anything else you have here? Titan, and a lot of unexecuted troops. Right. So. This is worthless as far as winning the map goes. Not sure if this is a throne city either. There could be a third one there. If we go into this area, we'll start taking damage immediately. And we don't really have the mobility to directly attack it. It's a nasty, nasty situation. We might be able to get a attack route, but I don't think the human priest or the flame tank can do it. Alternatively, take the hit and move closer here, but it seems like almost a continuous area. That's continuous area of taking lightning damage, so isn't exactly too appealing. Now we have a lot of consecutive losses that might weigh on our morale a little bit. Lost 3 battles in a row. Okay, we could reach next to the city with this group, same with this. We might as well go for it. It's too much of a pain in the ass to just try to go through it. Constant damage trickling in. Just no. Formidable army. Nothing crazy good though, so I think we'll be fine. And if once we have this, it's basically game over, then probable defeat. Well, that's nice. I guess we'll take manual combat then. He has 100 casting points. Can't ignore that. A lot of heavy hitters here. This is where their range combat capabilities are. Actually quite a 3 range combat units. I was expecting more. Right, so we're gonna move this way. I think it's easier for us to get through here. He has a lot of fire spells, so I'm gonna protect him from fire. Cannot be effective, of course. Oh shit. Well, it's not the only thing we can do. Yes, it is, because yeah, we're in a spell jammed area. We aren't casting shit. Forgot about that. Already thinking about how I'm going to cast and summon some additional war machines and the like, but yeah, no. No. have what we have, and that's it. It says probable defeat, but I don't see how that's probable defeat. I mean, he doesn't have heroes here. Even if he does cast constantly, it'll cost him quite a bit to do it. It's not like it's not a trivial thing. A flame tank isn't vulnerable to fire, so just because he's debuffed us a little bit doesn't mean he can achieve all that much. Hard to see what we actually achieve. 5 to 7 points of damage and immolation, so not much. And we fumble. I guess because we're immolated. Right. Even though it doesn't really do anything, it still bothers us apparently. Out of range my ass. Out of range? I guess it's because it's on a higher elevation. I need to be 2 hexes closer than normal. Okay. What's your fire resistance? You have fire weakness. Okay, that's not exactly a great thing against these. How are we gonna get through the wall? I suppose we can try to break through there. And a troll can bash through the wall. So it's not like we're totally out of options. But it'll take time. And something needs to happen constantly so the fight keeps going. I'm still fairly positive about this. We have a few units that can go over the walls without too much fuss. We have a lot of repair capability for the war machine. That's a lot of fire damage. I think he's protecting the gates instead of planning to come after us. We do need to clear the walls, otherwise even if we try to break through, it's just a huge pain in the ass. We don't have range capabilities to do it though. And since the morale is so bad, we're gonna fumble constantly. I can come here and do a range attack. Right. So we can't cast, we might as well. The next turn we can at least kill the Draconian Apprentice. No point taking these guys closer until we have a plan how to get inside. to repair the war machine. Might be too late actually. If he casts a damage spell on it, it will be destroyed. I waited too long. Yeah, I don't think the melee guys are gonna come out. It's an AI thing. I don't think it doesn't know how to take advantage of vulnerabilities. It just sort of thinks that as long as the wall is there, it cannot come out. It's a rule. Can you kill that? It's doing quite a bit of damage, so it has to die. Right. And while we're at it, we shoot some of the other guns. Well, that's not too bad. We could attack the gate at the same time. Immolate some of the draconians. The gate won't last long. Which means we can start moving troops there. Right. So either we go through the gate or through the wall, so make a difference to me. Doesn't have the firepower to take down both. Guess he'll repair the machine a little bit. And the troll isn't gonna give a shit about that kind of damage, he can fix himself. Not sure if I should do this kind of fighting here. The gate could be destroyed, but at the same time they'll flood out of here. You can attack both casters at the same time. So now you're screwed too. Let's do fire damage. We should do fire damage. With any luck, he'll be killed by the immolation effect. 2 hit points. Unit suffers 3 fire damage at the start of each combat round, so yeah, he's dead. They have 1 range attacker, which means I think I'm gonna form up in more of a defensive posture here. I'm assuming they'll come after us when they notice that they don't have any more offensive capabilities, really. You have a lot of flyers. Something I should not ignore. It just means we'll have to have more of a defensive focused way of fighting them. There it is now. So this changes everything. War Machine is dead, no doubt about that. They can kill the trolls too though. Yeah, so now we aren't going through anymore. I guess it was after the defenses had been reached to a certain extent. The health had was below half on the wall or something like that. And they have to come out of the fight at that point. Okay. No matter what we do, this is gonna suck ass. I think we have to focus on reducing numbers primarily. Since they fly, we are going to be in a bit of a shitty situation no matter what. "17 points of damage. Can easily do that. Pretty much guaranteed, in fact. Do it. You have guard break. Only one unit guarding, and I don't give a shit about that. One of the weakest ones, and it has no morale. Minus 1,100. Unit is unhappy with the leader's alignment. Yeah. I don't think we have to worry about him too much. It's a bit more problematic with the... Are you mind effect control protected? No. If we could get flyers, that would be a great boon for us. Might as well give it a try. I doubt we have any real chance of getting both of them, but even then it will be shaken. I think the Wraith King can really do anything anymore. Alternatively, I could break the Griffin defenses. I think I'd like to do that. The Wraith King does not have any more movement. Not a problem. What about you? Attack or don't do anything? I think I'm gonna attack. Right. They wasted their... They wasted their movement points or action points on this turn so much that I don't think I can lose too many. This was to be expected. Right, they're putting some pressure on me, but I lost the assassins and that's it. The Titan is buffed, so that can't be health. It's still a bit of a problem though. Okay. I'll just pour everything on the Titan. Although the Wraith King is also a problem, I think I'd like the... Okay. Who can do what? I want the rest of the troops to be able to act. So, cleansing these. Still 2 enemy units. You can't do anything anyway. You've lost half your life. Anyone else suffering from poor move? Oh god. Anyone else suffering from poor movement? I'm gonna fly here and hope that means the apprentice will focus on us. And if he ignores us, it's gonna be in a world of trouble. I can outflank him and deliver 2 attacks. Right. These retaliation strikes are fantastic. Someone's got to go in there and just do it. Do I even need to find him? I sort of do. If I flank him, he's pretty much guaranteed dead. At the same time, we've weakened him already. So we could go after the apprentices if we want to. And they can do a lot of damage. 40 points long. Yeah, he can hit hard, but he's also... we can manage. I don't know if we can do it with the apprentices, so I'm going after them. So, bloody battle, but victorious. It seems Karishar murdered the diplomats, so the Emperor Deep sent them. I'm sorry I suspected you, Elissa. Sooner we can end this, the better. There are terrible things going on here, and we don't know the half of it. You destroy that? As many of you losers as possible need to get healed. Absorb. This is such a central city that I don't want to leave it to a vassal. It also left some of his troops here. Is he gonna attack or is he gonna try to pull them away? If he's gonna pull them back, I'll kill them when they pass this. If he's going to attack, then we'll kill them while they attack. Full awareness. Cannot be flanked. Then what? Undead Slayer. We have a lot of undead enemies here. But only here. Be more resistance. More defense. More melee strength. Yeah, we have a lot of places where we want to put extra points. Orisa won a battle. Excellent. Lost 2 summoned units, but won a battle. And reinforcements incoming. So he's actually doing just fine now. He's relying heavily on my presence here. More casting power. That's the only thing that I feel that's really useful for us at the moment. I do need a cleric. I just do. The healing just takes huge amounts of time otherwise. Draconian Flyer gets fire protection, vision range upgrade, fire protection, and killing momentum. His best ability is that he can fly. Nothing special without that. Suppose we could take the knight. We'll take what we get. Right, I'm gonna need a scout. Likely this will just go to waste, but I need to understand what there's sites here. Carishan Moorclaw is going here. Get it? Moorclaw? Because he's draconian. Terrible name. Or the best name ever. We're going to try to intercept. If he goes and takes that, I'll kill him. We're not in great shape though. At the same time, we can cast this time. We do have to hold down with this. This is not something we can give up on anymore. At the same time, this could be a tougher fight than the previous one, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. What you gonna do? Pull back. That's what I expected. This is not a defensive group. Has to have a full stack, otherwise I'm not gonna be here. The opponent has tier 2 to tier 3 units in large stacks running about all over the place. So I can't just leave with a half-assed group, it's just throwing away units. What is that? Ancient ruins explored. So it definitely looks like there's not much here. What we see basically is everything there is here. For some reason they didn't explore the dungeon yet, but right, it's mostly done already. Chance to get a troll. Berserkers, Hunters, Berserkers, Trolls, Manticore Rider. So we just annihilate the Manticore Rider, we should be okay. We're a bit low on health here. Is everyone wounded? Yes. Yes, everyone is wounded. I already knew that, so I'm not sure why I'm acting surprised. Shadow. He can be attacked by the Wyvern Rider. No, Manticore Rider. Wyvern is different. Still, with us being a little bit weak, having so many troops, it's a bit tough to just go there and try to convince the troll to join us. Killing him is not a problem. You need to survive first and foremost, so guard. Still, we have 3 more units that can act. 2 more units. You have physical protection, so you are okay to attack. Right. There's no way they can kill us. Right, the retaliations are pathetic. We could get a monster hunter on our side. I'm not sure I care. At the same time, it's we expect another large city fight, so having sacrificial units there is wonderful. There's no harm trying. And Force Priest and a Yeti and some money for respectable attack force supported by a respectable support group. Is a Yeti good for anything? Frostbite, frost protection, regeneration, restores health to full after a turn. Yeah, I think we're gonna just prepare for the final assault. Ooh, so 2 fully stacked troops. Not much I can do besides that. He actually brought his hero here to kill a scout? What? That can't be it. Oh, that's definitely not it. You know, alright, he played one of the army out and he has a massive army. It's 6 tier 4 units and the leader. I don't think we'll survive this. Bit of a bad placement on our stacks, and we took advantage of it. Yeah, this is starting pretty much face to face. He has the domination, and dragons, and wraithings, and the leader that has 95 casting points. Ooh, shit. Right, this is not good. Not at all. I'm not sure if I should even give it a try. I suppose you can always give it a try. But it would last quite long. We're not even fully healed. Yeah, we have 3 units that are okay. He has twice that many, and his units are better. Really, it's pretty much 3 to 1 odds, with him having 2 out of those 3 are tougher units that I can throw their way. I suppose I can withdraw to some kind of a place like this where there's only one path in for non-flying units. I can't see anything else even having a chance of succeeding. The Eldritch Horror is the big problem. Domination, the Lightning Breath. I think Smoke Screen would work against us, so maybe Shadow Form. Don't need to cast it now. Siege Engine, we have a couple of Siege Engines hitting us. Let's see why not. Stone Skin, so he is basically crippling his own army's speed. No, it was... it's not Stone Skin, he doesn't have Stone Skin. It's a melee damage boost, gives it elemental properties. I don't think the priest has the more mobility to escape. He has quite a few flyers too, so I'm not sure how much this is gonna help us. The smaller area we can retreat to, the better. I mean, you might have flyers, but you still need to stop on ground, so we can fill all these. They can't really come at our rear. You are pretty much dead. I'd like to heal before you die. Might not amount to much, but it might. The thing is, we can't really lose our heroes either. So, are we gonna take another siege engine? Maybe Mass Bless? Or what? We have to make a choice. Mass Bless would give us defense benefits, but it means we will lose an additional unit. I think I'd like the unit, even if it's as long as it's not a battering ram. It's I think it might be better. We also could really use units here to block. 2 cannons. That's quite a lot of firepower we can squeeze out of those. And if they want to come at us, they'll have to come through only a couple of paths, so the cannons can fire at those paths. I'm thinking it might be worthwhile to go here and shoot the cannon. They can't really reach us. Gives us an opportunity to do at least a little bit to them. 1 point of damage, 4 points of damage. We don't have line of sight. Where can you move? It's a bit risky, but 22 points of damage. Right. With the 2 additional cannons, I have more confidence in this. I feel that something might come out of this. And it's about 20 points of damage per unit, and it can do it for 4 units, maybe 5. I think 4. That's 2 cannons. So it's amount of damage that's starting to be hard to ignore. We're definitely gonna shoot at them. Question is, are we gonna push forward, and how much? Ah shit. If I move, I'm pretty fucked, but if I stay, I'm fucked anyway. Right. There's no room, which is good. Eldritch Horror is still my biggest headache. I'm not sure everyone should try to mass here quite yet. The breath weapons will slaughter us if we do. So let's keep a little bit of an open mind on that front. However, how far can you go? Not far enough, so this would still be a safe spot for us to go to. They might be able to breathe on us or something like that, but that's it. And I probably can shoot at 2 guys. So, Wraith and an Archon Titan. Caster cannot heal anymore. We're probably going to give Shadow Form to someone. Ten extra casting points. Fire Halo. Doesn't really do much for us. We could debuff one of their units. Alternatively, maybe just do direct damage. Not too bad of an option. But. There's the but. shit is about. If they didn't have the Eldritch Horror, I would be much more confident about this. But that fucker, they can basically breathe that shit every turn. Yeah, if we would have the extra 5, 6 in this fight, yeah, it would be an interesting fight. It could have still failed, but then there are chances would have been much greater. The leader should be here somewhere. Right. Not really taking part, it's not casting it. Just sitting there being staring at me in the back from the background doing nothing. Need repairs. Okay. Line O sight penalties. Where can you get? They can reach everything. So there's no longer any really good options for us. But where we go, we can't achieve all the damage. And we can Archon Titans. I think I want to shoot at the Eldritch Horror. We'll have to just tighten our defenses. I don't like the spy drone being here, he's gonna explode on it. What to do with you? Be a shadow form. This might be a good time to do it. You have to go there. There's no getting around that. You need to sit here and defend. They're gonna get multiple free hits on us. That's not really acceptable. You are gonna have to stand there. Still, it's not exactly a great place. The problem is, I really can't attack the raids. At the same time, they're gonna guard break me anyway. So yeah, we are so fucked. Who gets shadow form? Suppose the shock trooper should get it. Weight doesn't matter. It's just too little. I have to have more units. And yeah, it's dispelled. So he has all the advantages here. He has double my failure, and now they're dominated. Right. So it didn't take much to crash this one. The Eldritch Horror is like the worst thing ever. It's anti-mechanical unit breath, infinite amount of domination attempts, so if you can't just play it out, fight. What are you gonna do? One by one he's gonna dominate all your defenders. human knight is there. If we move, we're gonna be annihilated. If we don't move, we're gonna be annihilated. Right, so there's a wonderful amount of options we have there. However, I'm still sort of going after the Eldritch Horror if I can. It's not going to make a difference. I'm not sure why I'm playing this at this point. They're all immune to my attempts at this. I don't have enough attack power to take on the Wraith. I don't have enough attack power to take on the Wraith either. So no matter what we do, we can't do shit against the Wraith King. But at the same time, if we ignore it, we're gonna be fucked that way too. And fumbling, yeah. Weakened and cursed. Knight is still here, but you're gonna be slaughtered so badly. At least this way we would buy some time. As in force them to attack us. Right. But still, at the second stack of units, and I don't see why you couldn't do this. It still would be a tough fight. They sort of block themselves. Getting our orcs back aren't gonna do much at this moment. You know, this is a gigantic waste of time in a way to play these when you know you really have no chance. But I sort of want to, because sometimes you think you don't have a chance, but you do. But this time that's not the reason. It's sort of I suppose chickening out because you know the ass kicking is coming. You don't want to play through it. There's zero hope in the moment. You might as well attack. I mean, waiting around isn't gonna really solve anything. Maybe we can score a few kills before we get attacked. The moment one of us dies is when this ends, so I think this is pretty much that point. Well, we could fly, except we don't really have much mobility. Eldritch son of a bitch! He didn't have the power to kill it. Right, so we lost. Who knows? Is this an autosave? It's the end of the previous turn, I guess. I think I'll end it here. These large fights take a huge amount of time. Right, if they want to mass against us, it's still gonna be a bad time for us. I'd like to get another priest into the group. It will allow us at least some of these to be in better condition. So extra 10 healing power on these. Right, I'll leave things here. Very likely he's not gonna even bother attacking, but if he does, we're in a better position. The fact that we have 5 extra guys, even 6 if we move these quickly enough. Have those extra guys participate in it, at least it forces him to have a fight. With 6 guys, yeah, losing even a single one and it just crumbles. I'd gladly throw away the 1 stack if I could play the Eldritch Horror out of the fight. At least that way we would force them to fight. If we get lucky, instead of getting cannons, we would get flame tanks or something like that. That would also devastate their undead army quite severely. Even a trebuchet might have been better. It would have gotten more shots in. But we'll see. Either way, if it isn't gonna come after us, we're gonna come after it, and it doesn't look like the city has a defensive wall, so one way or another it's basically the same fight. Tough fight coming our way.